Hey, my name is Zach, and I had the great opportunity of working with Dasha and Nora through Core Perform, and I just wanted to share a little bit of my experiences with you. So prior to coming to Core Perform, I had been experiencing quite a bit of gastrointestinal distress. A lot of this was secondary to my history of disordered eating, particularly restriction. However, a lot of it was also due to the fact that I had a really nasty C. diff infection back in October of last year. And, throughout that time, I was also going through the processes of recovery, recovering from my eating disorder and putting on some weight. And finally, I was able to work with Dasha, Nora, and all of the others at Core Perform early last year. And ever since, it's been an amazing journey. It's not been easy, to say the least. However, I do not regret working with them in the slightest. Prior to working with them, Nora and Dasha spent a good amount of time getting a very detailed past medical history of mine. I had been through kind of the traditional Western medicine gastrointestinal workup, having a colonoscopy and EGD, trialing medications like Linzess. I do have a history of IBS-C and chronic constipation and recurrent bloating, and those were my main symptoms that I was presenting to with Core Perform. And my gastroenterologist was kind of at a loss for words. He didn't really know what was going on, so that's what kind of prompted me to reach out to Dasha, Nora, and the others at Core Perform. I got started on the protocol. We did some tests, found out I had SIBO, and was put on a protocol for that, and did some testing afterwards and found that a lot of it was gone. Still have a little bit of it left. However, throughout the entire process from start to finish, they held my hand through the entire thing. Gave me plenty of recommendations as to far as what to eat, what not to eat, and then how to reintroduce those foods back into my diet so that I didn't have to be on a very restrictive meal plan the rest of my life. And I think that's the cool thing about Core Perform is that, we stick to a rigid protocol in the beginning. However, it's not the intention to stay on that rigid protocol forever, and we really do want to reintroduce foods as quickly as possible so that we can, identify potential triggers, find out what sits well with us, what doesn't sit well with us, and then we can come up with a meal plan that we can sustain for the long term. And that's what I'm taking with me after having worked with Core Perform. I have a plan, and I have, ongoing support from Dasha, Nora, and everyone at Core Perform.